Hey friends, happy Friday! I hope you all had an awesome week and have some really fun things planned for the weekend. And my question for you today is, are you keeping up? And if the answer is yes, the follow-up question is, who or what are you keeping up with? Hey Samantha! And the reason why I ask is because, of course, as you all know, I'm a podcast nerd. And the other day I was listening to one, and there was one little sentence said that just struck me to my core. And it was, I just don't care about keeping up. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is it. You know, you all have heard me share that my whole life perspective has changed since my surgery. And I reflect on that regularly, and I know to my core that that is true, but I've really struggled to pinpoint like how to articulate exactly how it has changed, like the root of it. Like I can tell you, this is how it has impacted my day-to-day life. This is how it has impacted my career trajectory. This is how it's impacted what I value and how I prioritize things. But that's not the root as to why it changed my life so much. And that sentence that she stated, and honestly, I don't even remember the context of it, but that sentence just, it stopped me in my tracks. In fact, I actually paused the episode because my wheels just started going so crazy I couldn't even finish listening to it at that moment because everything just started coming, all the feels. And that's really the summation of it, is that I just don't care about keeping up. I don't care about keeping up about what is expected of me as a 33-year-old single female living in a city, and all the assumptions that are or aren't made about what that life should or shouldn't be. And whether it's my personal life or even my professional life, and what I should or shouldn't be doing at this point in my life. And that's really what it comes down to. And, you know, I know that you all have probably noticed, you know, that I use shorthand pretty regularly of hashtag Love Life Live. And that is actually a shorter version of a quote that I came across about a year before my surgery, actually, that just summarizes everything that I do and live and strive for day in, day out. And the longer version of that is, love the life you live and live the life you love. And some of you may have heard that before, but for me, it is, I literally have 2 reminders throughout my day. So I've broken up that quote, and I have, in the morning, I actually reversed it, and in the morning, every single morning at 10:30, I have an alert that pops up on my phone that says, live the life you love. And it's just a reminder to me that, you know, that day, I need to make sure that I'm choosing to spend my time and choose the life that I want to live for that day as I'm heading into my day. And then around 4:45, I think, is my second alert on my phone. And that one is the first half of the quote, which is love the life you live. And that's just a reminder of pause. Now you've made it halfway through your day. Are you loving the life that you've lived so far today? And if not, then you need to make some adjustments. And what can you do so that the second half of the day does embody that? And that, combined with this notion of I just don't care to keep up, is what is driving me day in and day out at this point. Because all that matters at the end of the day is that I am personally loving the life that I'm living, and I'm living a life that I love. It reminds me to be grateful for what I have, but also that I have control over changing things if they're not what I love. and that I can take action to shift so that I am doing and experiencing, and I have the people around me that uplift me in those ways. And so, my question for you is, what is your motto in life? What is something, and I'm not talking like big picture, what are you striving for? I'm talking about what is the thing that you think about day in and day out that drives your decisions, that drives how your day plays out from beginning to end. And if you don't have something like that, maybe it's time to consider finding one, whether it's getting inspiration from elsewhere or just spending some time in personal reflection to develop something of your own that really speaks to you. Because I've been through some really big highs and lows since my surgery, and I can tell you that this is the thing that in the lows, it gives me perspective and reminds me there's always something to be grateful for. And in the highs, it reminds me to pause and soak it all in and enjoy. So, so I would love to hear what your all's mottos are for life that guide your day in and day out, your every single day, every action that you take, every decision that you make. I'd love to hear that. So drop them in the comments, and you all have an awesome weekend. Mwah!